Well, there is a beautiful sight. Marching through the land, back and forth, eating everything in sight. I love them. I love them very much. Well, guys, the day is mostly over. This is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. We just had a rainstorm. A good soaker. Ground is nice and wet. I'm happy. Oh, it's dark over there. Look at that. Dark. On and off, I've been out today working in the garden, but it's been brief periods. Melanie's garden has exploded in growth. Her bok choy does not like the heat, and we have decided to let it go to seed and keep the seeds. Her garlic leaves are amazing. Her spinach has gone to seed. We're letting it go. And Swiss chard and kale is incredible. We're experimenting with what grows here. Cabbage looks okay, but cabbage never does very well here because of our short growing season. We are absolutely experimenting this year with different vegetables to see what'll grow. It's brutal conditions, and we just got to find out what we can grow in the very short time that we have. Oh, there's another mouse, and there's a chipmunk right there. Well, this is insane. Unbelievable. The rodents are after her food. I can't see my display, so I'm hoping you can see that. Forgive me for always saying that. I cannot see what I'm trying to show you if you're seeing it. There's a chipmunk right there waiting for his turn at our food. I don't know if I can see. There it is. I can see him. He's not afraid of me. And right here, let's see if I can see my... Where is it? Right? Somewhere in there. I can't tell. I guess I need another new camera. Because I can't see... Oh, there it is. Here's a mouse. There's just... They want our food, and he's not afraid of me. He is absolutely not afraid of me. He's waiting for me to go away so he can come in here and help himself to our food. It's just a non-stop battle with rodents this year. I cannot believe how many rodents are out here devouring our food. We lost all our peas and beans, and anything that the rodents like to eat, we cannot grow. I've never experienced that before, but we're losing a lot of our food to the rodents. So that's a problem. He's not afraid of me, not at all. So he'll probably get caught in a trap eventually. There he comes over this side. Just hanging out. Calm as anything. Patrolling around. He doesn't care about a thing. Not a thing. As soon as I turn my back, he'll be eating. Look at that. I could probably go step on this stupid thing. Are you not afraid of me? Look at that. No, no, no. Really? How bold. And this is what we're dealing with. So, I just... well... Look at that. Go! Get! Nope. Not afraid. Well, I don't know what to say about that. He wants this food. Well, I'm going to put the camera down so I can take on the battle and look more serious to him. Because I don't think he's taking me serious right now at all. Little monster. Let's try this again. It's raining on and off. I am not going to complain about rain. I will just deal with it and get the camera out of it. It's been raining on and off, which is good. It is very necessary. The whole land was dying, and the grass is coming back, which is good. So, unending daily battle, finding things that grow. Some things are growing. It's a constant experiment, and we will learn, and we will find things that grow. I'll tell you what, you want something that grows, buy Amish straw. throw it on the ground, and leave it. We're going to have a harvest of rye. That's funny. That's something that grows. So today, in between storms, I have taken and, okay guys, thank you. I went and put mulch around the last of the herbs that I had out here. A couple wheelbarrow loads. And then I took a wheelbarrow load of rabbit poop and spread it out here, not touching any plants, but around them. Now, I won't be harvesting any herbs in this bed this year. I want them to recover. Guys, hey, I was here first. So, oh great. Really? I'll be back in a second. Oh, are they gonna get quiet? Nope, I'll be back. I love them, but they can be disturbing. So, I spread out a whole wheelbarrow load of rabbit poop all over. And you can use rabbit poop directly, but you don't want it to touch your plants. So I was careful to spread it around, but not touching. And I won't be harvesting anything here this year anyway, because I want it to grow and spread and have a chance to really make it. This is a mother of thyme though that is really looking pretty. Let's see if I can find it on my, where am I here? There we are, mother of thyme. And it's really looking pretty. So that's recovering nicely. These herbs in here were struggling desperately and terribly last year because it's a dry desert. This was just a sand bed. And I'm trying to nurture it. My mulberry is trying another year again to grow, and twice this year. It was killed off by the frost, and it's flowering again, or it's budding again. It's leafing out again. I will transplant it into the greenhouse after this year, because it is not a Zone 4B hardy plant. It cannot tolerate the cold here. English thyme, another woolly thyme. Another mother of thyme is starting to flower out, and some mint plants that I had put in. I also put a thicker layer of rabbit poop around, but not touching the base of all the trees. Hopefully it'll give them a nice happy growth spurt. And I spread some rabbit poop on top of, it's not the prettiest thing in the world to have all over my garden, but after a while there's another chipmunk. Oh, they're eating the herbs. And he's not afraid. Unbelievable. Well, anyway, so the problem is somebody's got to tell them they're supposed to be deterred by mint, and it's not working this year. They're actually eating the mint. Anyway, so I've got the manure spread on my garden bed. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it will break down and it will provide nice, valuable nutrients for my bed here. Look at that little guy. If I can see where I'm looking on the camera. Where is he? It's hard to see this camera. Sorry about complaining all the time, but there he is. Look at him. Just happy, ignoring me. 10 feet from me. He doesn't care. So, that's beautiful. That is so pretty. And it's spreading. And as I said, they need the nutrients, and they're going to grow really, really well. This bed as well, everything. Basically, I put on all my herbs and all my trees. I spread a healthy layer all over, scattered across here, and give it some nutrients. There is some mint type plants trying to grow, so we'll see how they make it. Hopefully they'll make it. I also spread it on my wild strawberry bed. They are really struggling in this weather. This is a wild strawberry bed that came on its own, grew up from a sand hill. This was just a pile of sand, and they're actually bearing fruit, which is a tasty, edible fruit. But now I've spread rabbit manure all over without knowing that the fruit was already coming up. So we probably can't eat these. We might be able to. We'll have to wash them very well after a few rainstorms. But look at abundance of of wild strawberries coming up. Here's two. Here's one. Here's a few of them. Look at that head. That's wild strawberries are the sweetest. Here's a whole mess of them right here. A whole batch. There's 3, almost ripe. They're really, really good. I love them very much. So what I'm doing now is, I hope you don't misunderstand. My videos are not about whining and complaining about nature. I'm reporting to you. I wonder how many people sit in front of their TV and scream at the reporters and say, "Stop whining about the weather. Stop complaining and whining about this and that." I'm just reporting to you what's going on and learning to deal with it. So I have found that wild strawberries are tougher, and so we're going to take care of them. I fertilize this hill with the rabbit manure, and this is all grown up on its own. All of this here grew up on its own from a sand pile. This was just a sand pile, and look at it now. So I'm just going to try to keep the grass cut with clippers and keep it fertilized and let it grow and eat the harvest. That's it. This here, all of the berries, all these raspberries and wild strawberries grew up from a couple pieces of root clippings from the mulch. Remember, this was a compost pile that I brought over in our first year. And now look at it. It's all spreading raspberries and strawberries. And I'm going to let them grow and care for them. So we're just going to learn what grows here and forget the rest. And fertilize and care for what we got. So I'm going to put some organic fertilizer in here because we are going to eat these on this side. And that's what I've done so far, just mulching and fertilizing. Oh yeah, I did another batch that I got going on. I'll take you up there. Up here, I also put rabbit manure around our little herb bed. And I put some in here and around the Saskatoon berry. There's another thunderstorm coming, so I have to be quick. It's not a very productive day because I'm running in and out due to the rain, but the rain is a necessity and very much desired and appreciated. I added rabbit manure and mulch all through here, and I have some peppermint plants growing here that I have transplanted from other places, and some little flowers and stuff. Hopefully they'll take. I added a little bit in here, and that is hyssop, one of my, if not the favorite plants in existence. I love the smell. It's another member of the mint family. My favorite plants is mint. Of all, I love mint. And I believe so. I think this is a hyssop baby. And down in here. So the plants did go to seed last year. And then down in here, I believe are some more hyssop babies. I think that's hyssop. I'm going to give them a chance. But it looks to me, let me see if I can get you a good view. There's a bunch of them in there. I'm in the shade so I can see my lens a little. I think, come on, focus. Okay, what else? Guess not. Okay, that's as good as I can get you. That, I believe, is hyssop. And where am I? Here. I think that's hyssop. I hope it shows up. Yeah, we've got thunder coming, so I'm going to go back in and hopefully be out for another round later. Actually, this recording alone has taken a while, funny enough, because of brief, tiny little thunderstorms coming over. So I'm going to go in where it's safe. Hopefully, I got a project I'm going to do. Hopefully, I'll share a bit with you. But let's see what the weather allows. I'm not taking the camera out because we're getting these little micro storms. And I know it doesn't show it here up in the air, but we're getting these tiny little micro thunderstorms. And so by the time I set up the camera, which takes time, and the tripod and get an angle up, then it's raining again. I'll show you though how wet it is. Oh, there's something new. It just rained on our car, Some people are going to criticize me for my choice in cars, if you know what this is. And if you're a car enthusiast, you're going to want to slap me through the computer. And if you're just into nice looking cars that run and drive, then you'll probably appreciate it for what it is. It's a working car that's in absolutely amazing condition. There's no rust. It was a Florida car, and it looks beautiful. I did not pay what it says on the windshield, by the way, but there's no rust. The only flaw is, I guess because of the heat or temperature down there, I have no idea. These 3 of the corner pieces are broke out. I'm going to try to find them. It's a Cadillac Cimarron, 1987, but really clean inside and out. Nothing wrong with the dash. No brakes, no flaws. The vinyl top, it must have been garage because the vinyl top is perfect. No flaws. And here's something unique. If you know what this car is, a Cadillac Cimarron from 87, if you know what this car is, then you'll know that that is not original. I think that's from a DeVille, but the color matches and it looks really good. And I am loving the looks of it. The chrome is perfect on this car. There's no rust at all anywhere. And it's got almost Thunderbird looking taillights. Amazing shape. Just those corners are broke out. That's the only flaw, but again, that opens it up so you can see there's no rust in this car anywhere at all. Very, very clean. And we got a very good deal, and it drives. So we couldn't hesitate, or we couldn't pass up on that. It is not a convertible; it's a fake convertible. Cadillac took a Cavalier. General Motors, they took a Cavalier and they put the Cadillac name on it, which angered a lot of people back in the day and caused Cadillac to fail. But it's a classy looking car today, especially with that rear wheel cover. So that's nice. Anyway, it's ours, and it's clean, and there's no rust, and we're going to drive it. I've taken down 5 miles, not exaggerating, and I might be estimating under. I spooled up a 10-mile spool of electric fence wire that I had around my mill for protection. Now that we've got the entire property closed in, I also had alarms and cameras galore. I should say have, because once I'm done taking down all the wire and the posts so I can get in here and mow and maintain better and work on the mill and use it, then I'm going to have my alarms and cameras back whenever I'm not using it. So there are multiple alarms. I'm not exaggerating. There are multiple alarms. I have brake beam alarms and motion sensing alarms and multiple different types of cameras. I don't risk, even with the fence and the electric fence wire outside and around the perimeter, I'm not taking chances. So if anybody does get into our property, I'm going to know it regardless, no matter where they come in from. If somebody gets in here, I'm going to know it. So 5 miles of wire I had on that. And I had the electric fence charger that I call the heart stopper. Because if Peeping Ken got in here and ever touched it, it would have stopped his heart. I still have that. I'm not going to mention anything about it or where or anything more than that. But just don't come in my yard. That's all. Anyway, I'm not uninvited anyway. So I've got to finish clearing up the wire. I'm not showing you all that because I had all my security, and I will again have my security. By the way, my arm still hurts. The tendon in my arm. I had to switch hands. Anyway, I'm going to finish that up off camera. Mostly because it's just been raining all the time. On and off, on and off. They say if you don't like the weather in Michigan, come just check again in 5 minutes. And that's fitting today. It's sunny. It's funny. Anyway, I want to get back to it. I want to get that cleared up so that tomorrow, if it's not raining, I can mow and clear up around it, and then I can start using it again. It was just too much work to undo 5 miles of wire so I could get in and out of that all the time. It was absolutely useless, and I need to get it running so I can finish my fencing and my greenhouse. By the way, over here, the greenhouse, while I'm at it, we're expanding that. It's going to be 40 foot long. We're going to cover 5 slots, 5 8-foot wide slots by 8 foot deep. So it's going to be 40 foot long, supporting the fence line. And then I'll have a wood stove inside and a aquaponics setup, rainwater collection, and everything else that I've always talked about, all in one greenhouse, all in one spot. The wood stove is going to be dead center, and that way I can put cold sensitive plants closer and tougher plants out farther, and it's going to be awesome. So I'm also going to use real glass. I have a mess of windows, and Chris has got me some as well, so I'm going to use as much glass as I have on that greenhouse, on the outer walls. Anyway, I got to get back to it. Well, so I've totally cleaned up around the mill. All the wires, there was 5 miles of electric fence wire around that. I don't know if I said that or not already. The rain kept interrupting me all day. Cleaned up all the posts and all the wood and all the scraps and everything around it. And if it doesn't rain, I'll mow tomorrow. And that's it for the day. That's it. But I've already got security there. You can't see it, but it's there. And yeah, we're good. Now that we have a perimeter fence all the way around the entire property, all the way around is closed in. If anything or anyone comes through, we will know. And we'll know where they came through. And that is awesome. That is really awesome. The Guineas are prowling through the land. They are weird dinosaurs. They are strange looking creatures. I love them though. Oh, just sat down. I was going to zoom in on them, and they just went flop. That's funny. There's some up in the orchard, way up in the orchard. I love them. They're so weird shaped and weird. Whoops, sorry. Bug was on my face. They're so weird looking. Look at how their body just is strange on their feet. I love these birds. They are cleaning up the property and keeping us safe. Look at the grass coming back. We had a lot of rain. I mean, up close it's ugly, but long distance it looks green. Alright guys, the day is done. Didn't get as much done as I thought I would for a day, but I got the mill cleaned up. I got some gardening done, a lot of fertilizer in the herbs. Melanie's flowers are looking good. She's going to use some rabbit poop around here, and she's going to fertilize. Some of the flowers are closed up for the night. Some of them open and closed. Some of them got burnt from the frost, the freeze. This is the absolute best that we have in the whole property right here for herbs. That's catmint. That was a tiny, tiny little plant last year. It is so incredible. Well, even the flowers, let me pause because I got to go around the tree. These are pretty little things. I hope the camera does it justice. It doesn't quite look... They're more pink than it looks on camera. And here, that's pushed out. That was a tiny little plant. Something sat in the middle. I don't know what's going on. But those are more purple than it shows on camera. They're pretty. And that mass of green was supposed to be an annual. Look at it now. It's good though, because it's going to hold the moisture, which is great. Look at that. That was one little tiny plant. It's amazing. Melanie did all this on her own. This is all Melanie. It is the best that we have in the whole property. Well guys, that's it. This is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and your Off-Grid Project. Please like, subscribe, and share, and follow our daily videos as we strive to become fully self-sufficient and off the grid on a budget. Good night.